What is going on, guys? It's Nick from Lively Outdoors. I am out here at Thor again with a gun that I picked up used over at Gun City. I picked up I was debating on whether or not I should even do this, but I picked up an HK vp9sk out at Chaffee Outfitters the other day. It was brand new, and I took it out here last night and it had 9 kinds of problems. I've got a bunch of HKs, had never had issues with them. This one had issues. I'll let you watch that video right here.
Yeah.
But technically you could probably load 16. One on the pipe you got 17, but load up a little bit more ammo. What we got going on here? A little mouth. Something stuck there. That's not good. I'll try that. All right. Any day your vertical is good. Time to head on out. We're gonna get on about it. Kind of confused on something here. Y'all can help me out. This slide keeps getting locked back, like locked back. I don't know, it's like it's going back too far. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. The barrel's like out of sync or something, because if you tap the barrel, it throws it forward and then you can decock it. So you rack it all the way back, hit that. Okay, now it's working. Now it won't. See what I'm saying? And see how far the barrel is right here? See, now it's scooted forward. You can see the slide scooted forward. It may just be with the right, see? It's scooted back further than it needs to be. And you can hit that all day long. It's not gonna do anything. It doesn't have anything to do with the mag being in there. I mean, there's nothing, but you can sit there. Sorry, see how there's a gap there? Whenever I hit this, it'll scoot forward and you can see the barrel. See how it's scooted forward? Now you can release it. I'm not sold on this gun yet. It's kind of the reason I'm out here today is just kind of see how good it will run. No matter what. And so I took it back to Chaffee and got a little bit of money out of it, and went over to Gun City and picked this one up. It's a Shield. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell in this way this lighting is. May just do a sit down review of it here in a minute, but it's a Shield Performance Center 4-inch with a Crimson Trace. See, 5 or 6 MOA. I think it's 5 MOA dot. I just sighted the dot in because whoever had it evidently had never sighted the dot in, because it was about, at 10 yards, it was about 5 inches left and about 6 inches low. So I've got the dot sighted in now. I was just pulling off headshots at like 60 yards with it. So it's a very, very accurate gun. I'm loving this trigger. You get 2 10-round mags, I'm not sure if this is how it comes standard, but you get two 10-round mags and a 13-round mag, and from what I understand, they now have a 15-round mag out for it. So I'm gonna be ordering one of those along with a holster, because if it goes good today, I may carry this on. If it goes real good, I may actually carry it quite a bit, because it's a 4-inch with a small grip, which makes it very, very awesome for concealed carry. I'm gonna get to shooting. All right, guys, just so y'all know, the malfunctions from the HK was not because it was crap ammo. This is the exact same ammo that I was shooting last night, and I've had zero issues out of it today so far. So I'm really liking this gun. I like their new trigger. I really like the 4-inch model. 4-inch model slick. I really like it. I like it a lot better than the smaller one. It shoots excellent. I mean, that was a center torso shot at 50 yards one-handed, and this thing, I mean, this thing is just it's pretty awesome. I like it a lot. I like it a whole lot. Now that's a short mags like that, it's 10 rounds. And you never know with Smith and Wesson, they may chunk that up to 12 rounds like everybody else is on some of them. But they're 10 round, and then you've got a show you this one real quick. This one's a 13 round right here. I only loaded 12 because evidently the dude never even loaded this mag because it's not even broke in yet. But that was a 13 round. Then they also make a 15 round, which I will acquire at some point, and just go from there, because this and it just shoots, man. I really like it. I mean, I'm digging the crap out of this gun. I had the old Shield, like the original, before they came out with the 2.0, and I really liked it, but the grip texture sucked on it because it was so slick. So I'd always put some kind of grip texture on it, but these new 2.0s, they feel really good. And it almost feels like whoever had this, of course my skin's dry, is coming off a little bit, may have sanded it down just a hair all the way around it. And because that's what kind of the appearance is. Just maybe hit it with like a light grit sandpaper, and it's not as tacky as it normally would be, but it's pretty slick. I really like this. I really like this gun, guys. All right, we're gonna shoot 5 hollow points. Just make sure it does run with hollow points, because honestly right now I've only got 15 so in the truck. I mean, I've got a crap ton at the house, but I've got 15 in the truck. So we're gonna see if this actually hits on steel at 50 yards. All right. Solid copper bullets from Wilson Combat, so yeah, I like this gun. I like it a lot. All right, guys, that's the Smith and Wesson Performance Center Shield Plus 4-inch with a crimson trace red dot. What's going on, guys? Just got back from the range. I shot this Smith and Wesson Performance Center Shield 9 Plus, it's a long name, with a crimson trace red dot on there. I actually kind of like the little red dot. It's not a bad dot. Don't know how durable it is, but it's a 6 MOA dot, and it points pretty good, shoots pretty good. The gun was excellent. Got a steel on it. It's used, but whenever I looked at the mags, I mean, it didn't even look like the mags were shot. And it is a ported model. Not fond of ports. That's just me or comps. If any of y'all know anything about these 4-inch models like this and know where to get an aftermarket barrel that is not threaded, that's for the 4-inch model and not ported or threaded, Let me know down in the comments, because I'd like to pick one of those up. But the trigger on this thing is just, I mean, absolutely great. I love it. I went with a 4-inch. They had the regular 3.1 inch, I believe, too. And it would be about like that. I went with a 4-inch because I like 4-inch. I like the velocity you get out of a 4-inch. I like, you know, if you have to use the sights, you get a little bit longer sight radius. There's just a lot of pluses to a 4-inch. Used to get anything to reliably run, you looked at 4-inch or more, especially in, excuse me, I just ate a bunch of chili dogs, especially in like 1911s or something like that. Today's guns are different. I mean, they're reliable on pretty much any barrel length, the way they manufacture them. I actually just found that in the box. It's a little cover for the red dot. That's kind of neat, a little nifty deal. But I'm not sure if all of the performance centers come with 3 mags. It doesn't say on the box. But this one came with 2 10-round and a 13-round, and I'm fixing to order 2 15-round mags. The 15-round mag, the 13-round mag, my pinky gets right on it. The 15-round mag will be what I'll carry, because it'll make it a little bit longer. My pinky will definitely get on it. A little bit longer grip. But if I need deep concealment, I've been looking for something that's going to be excellent for all around. The macro, I absolutely love the macro tac ops, but in some of the shirts that I wear, it does print pretty easy, and it'll get hung up on the back because it's got the longer grip. So on days that I'm wearing shirts like that, you can actually have the shorter mag, have 10 rounds, and have a 13 or another 10 or a 15-round mag backup, because I normally carry a backup mag if I'm going to be out for, you know, a while, especially on creeks and stuff like that. Came with fiber optic sights. You got red rear, green front. Like I said, you've got 2 ports on it right up here. After about the 10th round, your front fiber optic sight is no longer a front fiber optic sight because it's got so much burnt powder blowing up through these holes. Another reason I do not like ports in guns. So therefore you kind of basically have to use your red dot. The gun shot 100%. It shot very, very accurately. You get a little cleaning pouch in with it that I think the gun retails for like $900 or something like that. It's like 800 and something. I didn't pay anywhere close to that being used, so that was awesome. And I was really, that's your little cleaning kit. But I was really looking forward to trying out the 4-inch because I've wanted one for a while, but you don't see them very often. And I haven't been able to find an aftermarket barrel that will fit that's not threaded, that doesn't have a port. So hopefully one of you guys will help me out with that. Sending me a link or something where I can pick one of those up. The gun, the grip is, you know, like the 2.0 stippling. The trigger is their new style trigger, and it's got the Performance Center tune to it. And I mean, it is excellent. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but there's, I mean, that's your take up, and there's 0 creep and just a break. I mean, it's like a glass rod break. It's actually very, very good. Let's see what we got here. It's right about 4.5 pounds. Let's try that. Again, that's actually really pretty decent. It feels lighter than that. Right at 4.5 pounds both times. I don't know if you can read that on there, if it'll focus or whatever, but the HK that I had that I took back did not run good at all. I've had a lot of HKs, love HKs. I do have HKs. That one, kind of like the Hellcat. You can get lemons in things, you know. I had a lemon Hellcat, and if you've seen that video, it was definitely a lemon. I bought another one several months later. Absolutely phenomenal pistol. I've ran vp9s before and never had zero issues out of them whatsoever. Mark 23s, HK45 Compact, HK45 Tactical, USP9s, USP40, USP45s, zero issues out of them. The SP5K, I think that's what it was called. Anyway, zero issues. I mean, they all run. This one, something was wrong with it. That's all there is to it. What it looked like to me was, because you could, if you hit it real hard from the rear doing a tap rack, you could get it to go forward. But the best way to do it that I could find out, the quickest way, was just pop it on the barrel, because the barrel, and right where the barrel snugs up on the front of the slide, and your barrel and your chamber is gonna just lock up right there. That's what it was doing, and it was sticking it to the rear. I think it was just going back too far. I think it was out of spec, either the barrel or the slide one. Not sure. They said, you know, they were just going to put it back out on the rack, and gave me their dealer cost back on it. So take that for what it's worth. Probably shouldn't have said that, but hey, it's truth's truth. You know, honesty's honesty. Full 13 round mag. And remember, with one in the chamber, it's going to be 0.4 ounces heavier than this. 1 pound, 11.8 ounces. So it'll be 1 pound, 12.2 ounces. So that's what, 28 ounces fully loaded with one in the chamber with 14 rounds. So that's pretty decent, in my opinion, especially for a 4-inch gun, and as thin as it is. Yeah, the macro basically weighs an ounce and a half more than that. But for what I'm looking for, and I mean, the macro's an excellent gun, don't get me wrong whatsoever. That thing is phenomenal. But for what I'm looking for, I like the ability to have a shorter grip on circumstances, because this never shows. That's not going to matter whatsoever. As long as this is thin, that's not going to matter at all. But the 10 round capacity on this, with still being able to get 2 fingers on there, it's great for concealed carry. And I think a lot of companies are kind of going away from that, because people were saying these were pinching their finger or something like that. I've never had that issue. I know a lot of them probably did whenever they had the floor plates that would move. But with that being said, I love the gun. I'm going to shoot the crap out of it some more and see what happens. It may end up being my dedicated carry gun. I've always loved the finish on Smith and Wessons. After carrying the TAC Ops not this past week, the week before last, whenever the humidity it was like in the mornings it was in the 90% range, and in the afternoons it was like 70% range, and 80-85 degrees, it started showing a little bit of rust right in here, and that's kind of like what I was talking about on where the sweat guard did not come all the way up on that holster. That probably would have solved that issue. But being what it is, and that's the holster that I've got, I ended up getting a little bit of rust in there. I was able to get it off just rubbing it with an oil rag. Not saying it won't come back, I don't know, but I know Smith's Melanite finish is actually very great for rust, because I used to carry a regular shield back when they first came out 14 years ago or 12 years ago or something like that, and carried it for several years. And especially in the summer, I would just throw it in a little pocket locker in my pocket, and had zero issues with anything at all out of it as far as rust or malfunctions or anything. That was actually a 40 caliber shield, and shot the living crap out of that gun. I mean, the old trigger compared to this trigger was total crap. I actually liked the trigger back then, thought it was good. Then if you shoot this trigger, it's kind of like, wow, you know, that's a huge difference. I have not shot this trigger without being a performance center trigger. This is the only version of this trigger that I've shot, and I've fallen in love with it, I ain't gonna lie. This model doesn't have the thumb safety. I was actually really glad about that. I'm not big on thumb safeties. The way Smith and Wesson does their thumb safeties, though, they kind of stay out of the way. I never hit my thumb on it or anything anyway, so that really never has bothered me on this style. Now, the larger frame M&Ps, they have that kind of looks like a 1911 style thicker thumb safety that's kind of goofy looking, and I don't like those on there. This one, I don't have to worry about it. It's not there. It's great. I just still can't get over this trigger. I mean, the Performance Center trigger on this just breaks like glass. I mean, it's slick. It's kind of a little bit of everything that I've wanted in a gun. And whenever I saw it used, I thought, I'm gonna take a shot at it. You never know whenever you buy a used gun if it's been treated roughly. And I took it apart, kind of looked at it, and I asked Nick, I said, you know, if this has any issues, can I bring it back? And he's like, oh yeah, you know, we'll give you your money back for it and you can trade for something else, whatever you want. I was like, all right, good deal. That's the way it should be, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope y'all got something out of this. The Smith and Wesson Shield, no matter what model right now, I mean, if you don't care about the trigger and the stippling on the grip, you can get the Generation 1 shields for like $300 bucks. I mean, you can find them for like $280, $279, and especially used. And they are actually very, very good pistols. I can definitely testify to that. They're kind of overlooked. I think because they've got a little bit higher bore axis than a lot of them, and they're a little bit on the heavier side. From top to bottom, they're a little bit taller than some of them. I think they weigh probably about 3 ounces more than the majority of the 10 or 12 round slim frame ultra sub compact or whatever you want to call them. I mean, I wouldn't really call this one an ultra sub because it's got a 4-inch barrel, but check them out. You might like them. Feel one, feel the recoil on it, see if you can, you know, test one out, check it out. I'm not saying they're the best guns out there. I will say that I absolutely love this one. There's not too many guns out there I don't like, to be honest. There's a few, but not too many. But I'm definitely planning on carrying this. I'm gonna have to order a holster for it. Not sure if I'm gonna go with Muddy River Tactical or if they even make one, or if I just want to go back to Vetter. Vetter's always been great. I love the Muddy River Tactical holsters, but the fact that you can't adjust the cant completely like I like you can on the Vetter holsters, and you can't adjust the retention on them like you can a Vetter holster. I really like the cant adjustability and the retention adjustability on Vetters. And Vetter's belt clip is excellent. It's tuckable and everything on their light tuck. So you might check out Vetter holsters on their light tucks. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. And I'm gonna go get the trailer, and I may hit the X3. May get it out in the morning, see if Mom wants to go and hit a couple ponds. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. For me, it's gonna be a 3-day weekend. May just lay up, take it easy, soak up some couch for a change. Don't know if that'll actually happen. Hope y'all have a good weekend. See y'all next time.